What if history has a shadow? Not the history with dates, kings, wars, and school books. Another kind of history. A deeper layer beneath the one we were taught. A place filled with old maps, broken temples, forgotten names, strange legends, and stories of giants. For most of us, history feels finished. The past is over. The books are closed. The bones are buried. But what if some stories did not die? What if they were carried from age to age, changing shape as they moved? A warning becomes a myth. A memory becomes a legend. A real fear becomes a monster story told beside the fire. Some stories are lies. Some are warnings. Some are memories wearing the clothes of legend. Welcome to the Campfire Chronicles. Ancient stories for modern minds. Tonight, we begin with a question. Not a small question. A dangerous one. What if the ancient world was stranger than we were taught? Some researchers, including Gary Wayne, believe the ancient world may be stranger than most people were taught. Wayne writes from a Christian view, and he believes many churches have left behind some of the harder questions. Questions about Genesis, questions about giants, questions about fallen angels, questions about prophecy, questions about why so many ancient cultures tell stories of powerful beings who came from above, ruled the earth, taught forbidden knowledge, or fought against heaven. But here is the important part. This is not a call to believe every strange thing. That would be too easy. Mystery can make people foolish if they stop asking careful questions. A strange story is not automatically true. An old legend is not automatically fact. A hidden theory is not automatically wisdom. Doubt is not the enemy of truth. Laziness certainly is. So before we walk deeper into this series, we need a simple rule. Actually, we need 4. First, we must ask, what do we know? These are the facts. For example, the Great Pyramid still stands in Egypt. Ancient texts still exist. Old names are carved into stone. Some cultures really did tell stories about floods, sky beings, sacred mountains, and giants. That does not prove every legend is true, but it gives us stones to stand on. Second, we must ask, what did ancient people believe? This is the world of legend. Flood stories, serpent figures, giants, sacred mountains, lost cities, wars between gods. These stories may not all be literal history, but they mattered deeply to the people who told them. And when many faraway cultures tell similar stories, it is fair to wonder why. Third, we must ask, what is the interpretation? This is where we must be careful. Gary Wayne sees a pattern. He believes ancient myths, secret societies, giants, and end-time prophecy may be connected. He believes there is a hidden war behind human history. A war not only of nations, but of spiritual powers. That is his interpretation. It is not the same thing as a proven fact. And in this series, we will try to keep those lines clear. Fact, legend, interpretation, and the unknown, because the unknown is not empty. Sometimes the unknown is where wonder begins. Fourth, we must ask, what do we still not know? This may be the hardest question, because people often want fast answers. Some want to say, it means nothing. Others want to say, I know exactly what it means. But wisdom does not rush. Wisdom kneels down, lights a small lamp, and says, let's look carefully. Wayne says he tests these mysteries against Scripture. For him, the Bible is the compass he keeps in his hand. He looks closely at Genesis, Daniel, Matthew, Revelation, and many other passages. He pays special attention to the words of Jesus about the end times. He also studies ancient names, old languages, and the way different Bible translations handle important words. But even if someone does not share his exact view, there is still something valuable here. The method matters. Do not swallow every theory. Do not laugh at every mystery. Do not run from hard questions. And do not force all the pieces to fit before they are ready. A puzzle can be real even when many pieces are missing. Imagine standing in an old library. The room is dark. Dust floats in the air. On the table is a pile of ancient fragments, a broken tablet, a torn scroll, a stone carving, a map with the edges burned away. One person walks in and says, "It means nothing." Another person walks in and says, "I already know exactly what it means, but maybe wisdom says, not yet." Let's look closer. That is the spirit of the Campfire Chronicles. We are not here to mock belief. We are not here to mock doubt. We are here to ask better questions. Why do so many ancient people remember a flood? Why do so many cultures speak of beings from the sky? Why do giants appear in sacred stories around the world? Why do old myths keep circling back to mountains, serpents, stars, and forbidden knowledge? Are these only symbols? Are they memories? Are they warnings? Or are they something even stranger? In the episodes ahead, we will walk through these questions one by one. We will visit the world before the flood. We will look at the Nephilim. We will hear stories of Rephaim, watchers, mighty kings, ancient gods, and secret bloodlines. We will look at scripture. We will look at legend. We will look at history. And when something is only a theory, we will call it a theory. Because truth does not need us to cheat for it. Truth can handle careful questions. So tonight, we do not begin with an answer. We begin with a shadow beneath ordinary history. Above it is the world we were taught. Below it is a darker, older road. A road of giants, angels, kings, ruins, and warnings. Maybe the shadow is only made of stories. Maybe it is made of fear, or maybe some part of it is memory. So bring your questions, bring your doubt, bring your wonder, and bring a lamp, because some stories are lies, some are warnings, and some may be memories wearing the clothes of legend. The question is, when we look beneath history, what will we find looking back?